So good evening, hi, welcome to the webinar. Thanks so much for being here this evening. I hope you're well and you've had a good journey to get to this point. This evening we're going to be looking at anxiety. We're going to find what is triggering that anxiety, ways of clearing it, and hopefully by the end of this session you will have dissolved and released some anxiety forever. That's the plan. We're living through a very difficult time at the moment, and we all have different triggers from the same set of events. So something might happen and different people will have different responses to it, different reasons for their triggering. So someone's already mentioned they're triggered by people not understanding them. So what is it that triggers you? Is it a feeling in you? Is it a response from somebody else? Have a little think through what's been making you anxious. For some people, it's just the sound of the 6 o'clock news music can start to, oh, something's going to happen, which are designed, those things are designed to make you feel anxious, to create a response. So just have a moment to think about anxiety in your life and what you'd like to clear. So we're not going to go into that too much right now, but just notice what's coming up. And I'm going to ask you through the webinar to contribute, and it'd be really great if you could type things in. That would be really, really great for me and really great for you. Good. So before we get going, let's check in. Hands over your heart. And just take 3 deep breaths, closing your eyes. Breathe in and out. In and out. And in your own time, in and out. Good. So you may notice just even taking those deeper breaths right down into your tummy, your body starts to relax. And at the beginning of the last few webinars, I've been doing creating the learning state and installing that in people. So we can do that together as well. So the learning state is basically triggering the parasympathetic nervous system. So we're in fight or flight, or we're resting and relaxing. We're either stressed or calm. You can't be both. And this action I'm about to teach you helps to trigger you right into rest and relaxation really quickly. Helps you become really focused. Your body starts to relax. You are completely in the zone. And it's something very simple to do. And once you've done it, you can use it as often as you need to. So if you've done this with me before, great. If you haven't, it's very simple. So you're keeping your head still, your body's straight, and you're going to roll your eyes up, keeping your head still, looking to a point in the ceiling, breathing in. And then as you breathe out gently, just allowing your eyes to come back gently to eye level and bringing your attention to your peripheral vision. Just doing that a couple of times. So breathing in, looking up, bringing your attention to your peripheral vision and just dropping your eyes back down to eye level. Good. And one more time, you're kind of making your eyes go out of focus essentially. So looking up to a point in the ceiling, holding the breath, relaxing, dropping your eyes back down to eye level and focusing into your peripheral vision and just noticing what that does to you. Take another breath. And as you go into the rest and relaxation state, you might notice things like your tummy starting to gurgle, you might yawn, you might want to stretch. You can feel your breathing changing, and the more you do that, the quicker and more easily you will shift into that rest and relaxation, which is what we all want to get into. And quite often, even when we're asleep, we don't fully relax. We kind of wake up stressed, go to sleep stressed. And all these different techniques are there to help you to come out of stress and into calm. Great. Good. So a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. The controls are there in front of you. You can contact me if you need to, raise your hand, pop something in the comment box. We're going to be doing some tapping, and you can just tap on the collarbone if you would rather not tap on your face because of COVID. If you've washed your hands and you're at home, I'm sure it's fine, but just to let you know, if you want to, you can sort of hover above the points if you're worried about touching, or you can just stay on the collarbone. Or you can just breathe into your heart and just imagine tapping through the points. There are lots of different ways of tapping and using EFT. In fact, somebody asked me this week, can I tap with my feet not being on the floor or basically in the lotus position? And the answer is yes, you can tap anywhere, any way, anyhow. It's really about the intention, getting from where you are to where you want to be. And there are lots of ways of doing that. Tapping's a great way, breathing's a great way. We're going to do lots of these things tonight. Good, great. So let's do some tapping. Let's get some shifting happening. So notice how you feel right now. Have a scan from top of your head down through your body, noticing any tension, any heaviness, anything you've been carrying with you. And we're just going to do a couple of rounds together. Move that a little bit. One hand over your heart. As I say, if you haven't tapped before, just go with it. Take 2 fingers from the other hand and start tapping on top of the head. And breathing. Close your eyes if you'd like to, or you can keep them open. That's also fine. And then tapping at the beginning of the eyebrow. Nice deep breath. Breathing and tapping on each point, side of the eye. Breathing and tapping. So sometimes when people start to tap, they don't know what to say, don't know what to do. Just learn the points. Tap and breathe. Good. And under the nose. So each of the points relates to a different organ and a different emotion in the body. Tapping on the chin. And as you're tapping, you might notice that some of the points feel more sensitive, some of them feel uncomfortable. Collarbone. Some of them you might want to stay tapping on for longer. Just notice what your body's telling you. And that doesn't indicate that there's something wrong with that part of the body. For example, this is the kidneys. If this one feels tender, that doesn't mean there's something wrong with your kidneys, but it just shows that there's a movement of energy. And if it's very tender, you can just gently tap or rub the points and you'll still get the benefit. We're trying to move energy through the meridian lines, through the energy body. And we're clearing blockages in the energy system. So the blockages in the energy system are caused by toxins. So all those things that have an impact on our body, everything we do and think and feel and eat, those things impact us. And also our core beliefs, the way that we feel about ourselves, and traumatic memories. So those 3 things interrupt the energy flow in the body and trap emotions in the body. That's when we get things stuck in the body, emotions, because of past events, because of core beliefs, and because of toxins in the body. And as we tap, we start to clear those blockages and we start to relax, and those emotions can start to move. All our emotions want to be felt, and often they're stuck, as I say, because of those reasons, because they haven't been heard or acknowledged. And as we acknowledge and hear them, they start to move and change. Great. The next point's on the side of the rib cage, just about 4 inches below your armpit. On the side there. There is a lymph node here. This can be quite tender. It's known as the sugar point. So again, that's tender. Sometimes like that bruised feeling, which kind of you can't tell if it's pleasure or whether it's pain. It can be quite satisfying. So someone's asking, why do we keep a hand over our heart when tapping? So this is heart-centered EFT. There's lots of different types of EFT. And the heart is what connects you with the environment. The heart's what's picking up the energy from other people, and your heart tells your brain what to do. So it's very comforting for the heart, sort of reassuring, but it's also keeping that connection. We're feeding into the heart the whole time. So it's kind of keeping your heart center. And we've got energy flowing through us, connecting with your heart. Just missed out the hand there. Keeps you in flow, keeps that movement of energy. So the next point's on the beginning of the side of the nail on the thumb. Having said that, you don't have to have your hand over the heart. But it adds a layer, I think, of connection. And same point on the first finger, side of the nail. And the middle finger, so we're just tapping and breathing. Ring finger, a little finger, and the side of the hand. Lovely, hands back to your heart, nice deep breath. Good. Just notice how that feels. So we've just done a longish round, tapping on the points and breathing, and hopefully you started to feel a shift of energy through your body. Fantastic. So, as I say, this is completely anonymous, so you can share whatever you need to on the chat box, but what is your biggest anxiety at the moment? I'd like to really help you to clear it right now. So I've mentioned health anxiety, so some people worried about actually getting ill, not necessarily with COVID, but in general. Some people are worried about family members, friends, what they might be doing. Some people are worried about the world opening up too quickly and another wave coming in. Some people are worried about going back to work. So if I haven't covered one of those things, what is it that you're anxious about? And how is that impacting you on a daily basis? Because sometimes these anxieties can be kind of low level, back of the mind kind of thing. We just feel a little bit tense all the time. And when you take a moment just to say, well, what am I worried about? All these feelings can come up. Okay. It doesn't have to be COVID related at all. So someone's, said money worries about the future. Absolutely. Miscommunication between family members with mixed views on the vaccine can cause arguments. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a really controversial thing for some people. My professor and instructional assistant being lost at the course they're teaching. I might not maintain my perfect GPA. Okay, so this is about other people and their impact on you and how that impacts you. Great, thank you. Thank you for sharing. So tension in the family, worrying about various different things. Okay, great. Thanks so much for sharing. Notice how that feels in your body. Close your eyes. Where do you feel that anxiety in your body? So it might be butterflies in your tummy. It might be a shortness of breath. You might get wobbly legs. It might be a mild feeling. It might be a strong feeling. So if you can just pop in the box, how strong that feeling is out of 10 right now. 10 being high. 7, 5. Great, good, thank you. Good, lovely. Okay, wonderful. Constricting feeling in the deep of my chest. Okay, 3. So we've got some constriction, some tightness. Good. So noticing how that feels. And then if there was a colour or something in the jaw, 5 out of 10 in the jaw. Wonderful. Good. And then have an intention for what you want that to be. So if that's a 7, do you want that to be a 5? Do you want it to be 2? Where do you want that number to end up? Just to set your intention. Good. Hi, a few people joining. Hello. So we're just assessing anxiety we feel right now, what the number is and where we'd like it to be. Good. Sometimes just an acknowledgement of that, it starts to clear. So finding that number, what it is now. So if it's a 7, I'd like you just to increase that by a half or a whole, from 7 to 7.5 or to an 8. If it's a 3, then you can do it to a 3.5 or a 4. Just bring that up a little bit and then bring that back down again. Just notice that you are able to move that number up and down. There is a certain amount that we can do just with the intention. Good. Nice deep breaths. So I'm going to tap pretty generally on anxiety, and you can fill in the gaps or overlay with the specific thing that you have. So if I say this anxiety in my body, you can be thinking this anxiety in my chest. You can just tap along with me and not think about it. But if you have that intention first, that's what's going to clear. Okay, so hands over your heart. Nice deep breath. Tuning into a color or an energy that's going to help you to release whatever it is that you're feeling right now. Something calming and relaxing. Breathe that in through your head. Down into your body. Into your heart. Good. And then keeping one hand over your heart, tapping on top of the head and repeating after me. All this anxiety. And beginning of the eyebrow. All this tension. You can close your eyes if you haven't already. All this anxiety. Good. And the side of the eye. All this anxiety in my body. Under the eye. All this worry about the future. Under the nose. All this worry about my professor. On the chin. All this worry. And collarbone. All this anxiety. Under the arm. All this miscommunication. On the thumb. All this worry about the state of the world. First finger. All this anxiety. Middle finger. I've been feeling so anxious about this. Ring finger. I've been feeling anxious about coming back out into the world. Middle finger. all this tension in my body, side of the hand, all this anxiety, top of the head, feeling anxious, beginning of the eyebrow, this anxious response in my body, side of the eye. I want to let this go. Under the eye, this tension in my jaw, under the nose, this constriction in my chest, on the chin, this anxiety in my body, collarbone, this tension in my shoulders, under the arm. I want to reduce the anxiety in my body. And the thumb. I can't change what's going on in the world. First finger, but I can change how I feel about it. Middle finger. I can choose something else. Ring finger. I choose to feel more relaxed. Little finger. All this anxiety, side of the hand, starting to let it go. We're going to go straight into another round. Top of the head, staying on top of the head for a moment and really breathing in a calming, releasing, grounding energy in through your head, down into your body. Just keep tapping gently and really focus this warm, loving, kind energy on that area of anxiety in your body. So if you feel anxious in your chest, just feel this warmth coming in, this changing, releasing energy, just gently taking over, seeping into the anxiety and letting it go. And then we're going to keep tapping. So top of the head still and repeating up to me, this anxiety in my body. And beginning of the eyebrow. I can feel it starting to change. Side of the eye. I can't change those people in my life. Under the eye. I can't change what other people think. Under the nose. I can't change what other people say. On the chin. I can't change what's going on out there. Collarbone. But I can change how I feel about them. Under the arm. I can change how I feel about money. On the thumb. I can change how I react to anything in my life. First finger. I can change how I feel. Middle finger. And if I can change how I feel about one thing, ring finger, surely I can change my mind and how I feel about something else. Little finger. I'd like to let go of this anxiety. Side of the hand. I wonder why it's there. Top of the head. All my emotions are trying to tell me something. Eyebrow. This anxiety is alerting me to something. Side of the eye. I wonder what it's trying to tell me. Under the eye. I wonder what my anxiety would like me to know. Under the nose. I wonder what my anxiety would like me to change. On the chin. All this anxiety. Collarbone. Letting it go. So staying on the collarbone for a moment. If you'd like to, you can just drop your hand into your lap, or you can just stay tapping on the collarbone. Just connect with that anxiety, that anxious feeling in your body, and notice if there is a message for you. What is it trying to bring your attention to? What does it want you to know or to do? It's going to go quiet for a moment while you have a chat with this anxiety and notice what comes up. Keep breathing and tapping and allowing any learning to come up. So maybe you had a message like, I want you to be safe, or I don't feel good, or I need you to know something, and maybe nothing came up. Just notice what that is. And you can also ask, what would be different if I didn't have this anxiety? And again, allowing an answer to come up. What would be different if I didn't have this anxiety? Just breathe and allow an answer to come. Good. So maybe you had an answer like things would be easier, or I would be less safe. Just notice what that is. And in a moment, we're going to clear out some more of this anxiety and we're going to start tapping in some new ways of responding. So whatever's coming up, don't worry, we're right in the middle of things. There are no wrong answers. We're going to continue with this round and then I'd like you to share where you are now. Good. So collarbone still and repeating after me. My anxiety is telling me something. Under the arm. And I'm listening. On the thumb. It has a message for me. First finger. And I'm hearing that message. And middle finger. Feeling relaxed. Ring finger. I'm just listening to my body. Little finger. Now I'm listening to this anxiety. It's starting to go. Side of the hand. Releasing it now. Great. Lovely, well done. So just relax, take a breath, you can open your eyes if you haven't already. And I would love to hear if you had some wisdom from that anxiety. What was it trying to tell you? What does it want you to know? What does it want you to change? And if you'd like to share that, that would be great. And also let go. Perfect. Lovely. Good. So we can do some more letting go in a moment. And also notice what that anxiety is now. How strong is it now? What was it and what is it now? So I don't need to justify my beliefs to anyone. I'm free to believe and share what is right for me. Absolutely. Fantastic. Good. Gone to a 0. Fabulous. Wonderful. Good. And I wonder what point that was where that got to a 0. Did it all go at once? Did it calm down? Anxiety, all about fearing making a wrong decision. Okay. So what might be wrong with making the wrong decision? What is the underlying fear of that? What does that lead to? Good. Great. So some of those anxieties coming right down. Got a couple of 0s. Good. So we're going to do a little bit more releasing. So if you've got a 0, then great. We can look at another layer. It was like half circle 3 and went down gradually. Okay, great. 0, but also empowered. Lovely. So you're starting to come into a new powerful energy. Great. And you might notice that tapping together, the reason I love doing webinars and group tapping is because we're all in this together. Everyone is here because we will have the same issue on some level. And when we're all tapping, connecting together at the same time, we get a different release. It's incredibly powerful. Anxiety is trying to protect my feelings for sure, but I can trust that the people in my life love me. Down to a 4 right now. Perfect. Lovely. And that's really interesting. Anxiety is trying to protect me. Protect your feelings. And all our emotions are here to do something for us. They're all trying to motivate us to do something. So anxiety usually is about a worry about the future, but it's some kind of protection. Absolutely. Fear, it's like if you go near a cliff edge, you're going to feel afraid, you're going to move away. It's survival. Guilt is there to help you learn from behaviors, but guilt can be a very sticky emotion. We can become very attached to it, and rather than experiencing guilt, we become very guilty. Oh, so, you know, all that kind of really heavy, sticky feeling. Happiness, joy are there to tell you to share things with other people. You know, all our emotions are there to motivate us to do different things. And we tend to push them away. We don't want to feel the negative feelings, so they get bigger and bigger. It's kind of a big pile of anxiety, big pile of fear, big pile of guilt, rather than just letting them go. So the good things we tend to let go of quite easily. Oh, I feel great today, lovely, because there's nothing sort of attaching it to your unconscious that you need to remember, because it's just joyful. The unconscious holds on to the negative because it wants you to learn from it, and because it's unresolved. So the feeling and emotion is held in the body, which is why past trauma releasing is really important, and core belief changing is really important. So there may be a core belief that it's not safe to feel anxious, or I can't trust myself, or let's see, the fear about making a wrong decision, definite core belief. So what might be underlying? What might your core belief be? And often it can be, I'm not good enough. If I try, I will fail. People will think less of me. Those tend to be the 3 core beliefs. So we're going to go into a bit of a belief now. So if you could wave a wand and clear a belief, and a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. What is underlying the anxiety that you noticed in this moment, in this issue? And again, I'll do some pretty general ones. So I'm going to be tapping on, I'm not good enough. If I try, I will fail. People will think less of me. Just see if there's anything specific. So I'm not good enough. Everyone's going to leave me. I'm going to fail, but right now is I'm going to be okay. Lovely. Good. We don't feel that now. Good. Good. So lots of people noticing the beliefs, but they've already shifted through into empowered. Great. So we are going to do a little bit more clearing. So if you are someone who's cleared what we felt initially, fantastic. So you can maybe bring in something else that you'd like to clear. Something, it might not be an anxiety, it might be something specific issue, or you can go sort of into more detail into the belief that you had. Good. Great. And then once we've done a little bit more clearing, we're going to really big up that empowering energy. And we're going to go into the opposite of the beliefs. So we're going to identify a negative belief, clear it, and bring in some really, I'm good enough, things are going well, life loves me, things are working out for me. So we're going to soon be feeling on the up again. Good. Great. So close your eyes, check in with what you're going to clear right now. So whether it's more of the same or another layer of something else, or a deeper layer, or even a layer for your family or for the people that you know. Tune into it. Where is it in your body? How strong is it? Tapping on the top of the head, repeating after me. This last remaining negative energy in my body. Beginning of the eyebrow. These old negative beliefs. Side of the eye. These parts of me that don't feel well of me. Under the eye. This not good enough feeling. Under the nose. This fear that everyone's going to leave me. On the chin. This feeling that I'm going to fail. Collarbone. All this anxiety and fear about making the wrong decision. Under the arm. All this fear about getting it wrong. On the thumb. All this anxiety. First finger. And all the beliefs and thoughts that are related to this anxiety. Middle finger. And all the other things that I don't know that may be associated. Ring finger. All the elements and ripples of energy. Little finger. All the thoughts I've had in the past. Side of the hand. All the moments where I could have been more relaxed. Top of the head. All of the moments that I didn't feel good enough. Beginning of the eyebrow. All those moments from my past. Side of the eye. They are all in the past. Under the eye. I'm not there now. Under the nose. In this moment, I am safe and all is well. On the chin. I can look around me and know that I'm safe and all is well. Collarbone. In this moment, I am safe and all is well. Under the arm. I choose to remember that I'm safe and all is well. And on the thumb. Not feeling good enough. First finger. If I try, I will fail. Middle finger. I don't want people to think less of me. Ring finger. All this fear of abandonment. Little finger. All this fear of getting it wrong. Side of the hand. All these old negative beliefs. Letting them go now. Okay, so we're going to do one last round on the negative, and then we're going to start to tune into what we want instead. So top of the head, this last remaining anxiety. Eyebrow. These thoughts that everyone's going to leave me. Side of the eye. This thought about failing. Under the eye. All this anxiety about fearing making a wrong decision. Under the nose. I can't make a wrong decision. On the chin. Because whatever I decide will work out for me. Collarbone. Because everything is working out for me. Under the arm. I'd like to know that that was true. On the thumb. because I learn something every day. First finger. And even if it feels uncomfortable, middle finger, I still know I made the right decision. Ring finger, because of where it led me. Little finger, I trust myself. Side of the hand, I trust life. Good. So just as we're tapping, staying on the side of the hand now, notice if any of those statements felt reassuring or triggering, because that's showing you any other underlying beliefs or thoughts that you will need to clear. So some of those things you would have thought, oh yeah, that feels really true. Life does love me. Things are working out for me. And some of that reaction might be, no, it doesn't. Things are not working out for me. It's been really hard. So notice what your reaction is. And if it was a negative reaction, that is still information for you. And it's showing you what you want. If you feel what you don't want, you automatically know what you do want. So all our emotions are two sides of the same coin. If you feel anxious, you can feel confident. It's just turning it over. If I feel anxious, my body's telling me what I don't want. I automatically know what I do want. I mean, you can start to pivot like that to change it around and use each conflict, each moment as an opportunity to choose something else. Then things will start to shift and you'll become further away from more of an observer of what's going on, less reactive, more responsive, because you won't take it so personally. Good. Nice deep breath. Let's just bring our hands back over our heart for a moment and close your eyes and take a few breaths and just notice where you're feeling now. What's the emotion in your body? And we're going to start bringing up some of the positive. So a little check-in. Great. Okay, so now let's choose another color maybe, or maybe the same color, that's going to start to bring in empowerment, confidence, ease, flow, all the good things, calm, trust, peace. Could be a rainbow of energy that you're going to bring in through your head and down into your body, into any memories, into any moments. Nice deep breath. So breathing into your heart, breathing whatever it is, whatever quality you need right now, communication, connection, love. And sending that into every area of your body, every cell. Send it back into your past and forward into your future. And then tapping on top of the head, keeping your eyes closed and breathing that energy through, repeating after me, feeling calmer. Beginning of the eyebrow, feeling more empowered. Side of the eye, feeling more in control. Under the eye, I choose how I feel. Under the nose, I step back from what's going on. On the chin, and I choose to feel better. Collarbone, I recognize all these feelings as trying to help me. Under the arm, even the thoughts that are uncomfortable. On the thumb, even the thoughts that I don't want to feel. First finger, I choose to feel more relaxed. Middle finger, I choose to let go. Ring finger, I choose to feel good. Little finger, I feel more confident. Side of the hand, I feel more peaceful. Top of the head, I feel more happiness. Beginning of the eyebrow, I feel more joy. Side of the eye, I feel good. Under the eye, when I look after myself. Under the nose, when I acknowledge how I feel. On the chin, things start to change. Collarbone, my mind wants me to feel good. Under the arm, my body wants me to feel good. On the thumb, there's been this block. First finger, because of something I learned along the way. Middle finger, and now I've learned something else. Ring finger, that I am no longer in my past. Little finger, I'm here and safe and all is well. Side of the hand, feeling good. feeling calmer with every breath. Lovely. Great. And hands down, take a few breaths. Just going to take some water if you'd like some too. You might want to stretch. You might even want to stand up and have a little shake. We've moved a huge amount of energy. Check in. How do you feel right now? So I'd love to hear how that was for you. Check in with that original thought, original feeling. Where are you now? Relaxed, refreshed and light. Good. Wonderful. And if you're not feeling like that, I'd love to hear that too. So don't worry if you haven't shifted anything and you're still feeling like that. I felt like waves going through my body. Lovely. Good. Waves of relaxation. Feeling so much better. Good. Much more relaxed. Lovely. Good. Feeling lighter, freer. Although I think I might sleep for days now. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm always saying this, probably say it every time, but our emotions are like carrying around a heavy box. When you put them down, you think, oh, goodness me, that took a lot of energy. We don't really realize how much we're holding until we put it down. And also it's sort of, if there are unresolved moments, whether it's something in your present day that you've got a to-do list that you haven't finished, it's like an open loop in your back of your mind. Each one of those things is draining a little bit of energy from you. And each traumatic memory or each core belief or each moment from your past that isn't resolved is like a little one of those. And we all have hundreds of moments where we didn't get what we needed, where we made a decision that was not supportive. But doing this work, we start to release and clear all those early images. We start to rewrite what's happened. We don't even need to know when or where or how those things happened. But when we acknowledge it in the present day, we're clearing it all the way through. Good. Oh, feeling lovely. Thank you. Good. Great. So I thought we'd do a little bit of relaxation now. You've all been working really hard. So I'm just going to talk you through some relaxation. It's going to be through your whole body. So you can stay sitting up if you are already, or you can relax and lie down. It's just going to be a few minutes of relaxing your body. So settle down, notice how you feel, get comfy. Good. So closing your eyes, and again, bringing your attention to the top of your head, and just have a scan down through your body, noticing how you feel now compared to how you felt at the beginning of the call. Notice how your breathing is. Notice how your mind feels. Notice what your hearing is like, what you can smell, what you can feel, the temperature of the room, the comfort around you, the clothes touching your skin, the connection with the chair. Just feeling all of that. Taking this moment to notice exactly where you are and how you're feeling. And in your own time, taking 3 deep, easy, flowing breaths right down into your tummy. And with every breath in, noticing the tension, if there's any left. And with every breath out, letting it go. And with every breath in, noticing what could release even more. And with every breath out, feeling that letting go. And with every breath, you'll notice that your body starts to relax even more. Good. And now bringing your attention to your toes, to the soles of your feet. Feel them inside your socks or your shoes. Feel the connection around them. Feel all the muscles in your feet and toes relaxing, becoming heavy, and bringing your attention to your ankles, noticing how they feel. And feeling them getting heavy and more relaxed, and your lower legs feeling calm, heavy, warm and relaxed, and your knees, any tension washing away. Your thighs, your whole legs feeling heavy and relaxed. Up into your hips and pelvis, into your tummy with every breath, and every organ of your body relaxing, releasing, settling down. With every breath, feeling heavier and more relaxed, deeply, deeply relaxed. Your breathing, your calm and steady heart rates, easy and relaxed. And your shoulders and arms and hands and fingers, all the muscles and all the joints, releasing, feeling heavier, falling away down and down, more and more relaxed, feeling so supported and comfortable wherever you are. Your neck and shoulders, releasing, draining any tension. Your head, your face, every muscle and all the muscles around the eyes and around the mouth, and maybe your jaw falls open slightly with relaxation as you feel the heaviness and deeply, deeply relaxing energy. Feeling the support of the chair beneath you as you relax more and more deeply. And with that relaxation, you may find that all the worries and the fears seem far away. And maybe you wonder why you were worried about those things in the first place, as your unconscious mind finds a way to solve, to heal, to let go. And it sees problems as smaller and smaller things to deal with, and solutions and feeling good become bigger and more relaxing. And the unconscious mind starts to choose to find those solutions more easily and accept the good things into life. Good. Easily and effortlessly relaxing and healing. Feeling all those old worries and anxieties washing away with every breath. And then bring your attention to the top of your head, to the area all over your body, filled with relaxation, peace, and calm. And you can take a moment now to send this lovely, deeply relaxed energy back into your past, all the way back through your timeline, through the past few hours, days, weeks, months, years, all the way back to a tiny baby you. This message of deep relaxation, ease, effortless, calm, peaceful, loving energy. Reassurance that all is well, and sending that forward into your future, into every decision, every solution, all of those things falling into place easily and effortlessly. And then moving forward to a point in your future, to a time that feels right, and all those things that you used to worry about are far, far away. And you're seeing solutions and happiness, joy, completion, resolution, love, expansion, healing, health, and happiness. Wonderful. Just revel in that relaxation, loving, kind, calm energy for a moment longer. And now you can go back to this feeling at any time by just taking 3 deep breaths and choosing to relax. You will find how easily your body responds. Slowly coming back to where you left your conscious mind. And in a moment, I'm going to count back up to 5 as you feel more and more awake back in your body. Number 1, locking in all of these suggestions. 2, feeling more and more awake. 3, feeling energized, coming back to your body. 4, coming back to awakeness, back to your body, back to where you are now. And 5, opening your eyes when you're ready, opening your eyes, coming back to the room, feeling lovely, feeling warm, feeling relaxed, feeling happy and calm. Good. So you may take a moment or 2 to come back, have a stretch, take some breaths. And I hope you enjoyed that relaxation. Good. I'd love to know how you're feeling now, what you thought of that. Any realizations during that relaxation? Hopefully you didn't fall asleep. I'd love to know how you're feeling now. Check in with that original feeling, where that was. Just nice and calming, smiling. Good. Lovely. Beautiful. Blissful, lovely. Can actually have a good nap now. Good. Glad to hear it. Good. So it's 8 o'clock in the evening in the UK. Might be a bit early for bed for some, but I think over in America, you can have a nice early afternoon nap. Good. Wonderful. So hopefully you are feeling calmer, relaxed, happier than you did at the beginning. Thank you so much for being here. We're coming to the end now. I have created a little survey that's anonymous. I'd love you to fill that in. If you could, just a few questions about how you experience things, what you might like in the future. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for your interaction, for telling me how you're getting on. And enjoy. Next webinar is third Wednesday of the month, as always. If you wanted to ask anything specifically to me, you can email me, you can contact me through the website, through Instagram, Facebook, all of those things. You might have seen I'm doing 100 stress-free days. It's a video every day for 100 days. And that's going on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, all of those places. So you can connect with those things whenever you want to. And there's a tip every day. So that's really good fun. Well, I'm enjoying it anyway. So lots of relaxed people. Lovely. Thank you so much. My pleasure. Thank you. Lovely to be here. And you'll get an email afterwards with a link to the recording too. So you can go back and do that relaxation at any point. Thank you so much. Have a lovely rest of the evening. Oh, my pleasure. Lots of love. See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.